Now, let us look at another service or capability that Azure provides to enable better governance of infrastructure for organizations. Azure Management Group is an enterprise-grade management platform uh, to enable organizations to efficiently manage access, policies, and compliance across multiple subscriptions at scale. With Azure Management Group, you'll be able to organize multiple subscriptions and apply inherited and cascading policies with respect to access, auditing, monitoring, and various other capabilities that you will need at the org level. Management groups are organized into hierarchies wherein you can have, depending on the organization structure and the need of auditing and monitoring, you could define your hierarchy of management groups and subscriptions. Every account by default we will have a root group, which is when you create an account on Azure, the root group is created by default. Now, depending on the organization and the structure and the level of auditing and monitoring that is required, the organization can split, can have a layer of business unit specific management groups, which means that I can have a management group for each BU and enable auditing and monitoring at the BU level. Now, each BU can also have individual teams like sales, development, tech support, legal, and various other. You could define policies for each of these groups separately and still have a common set of policies that are applied at the BU level and at the org level. For example, a sandbox or a dev team will need more admin access into the dev subscription as compared to the production or the staging. So once you have defined these management groups, the subscription can now be managed at the team level, wherein I can have a demo subscription, demo product or demo application at subscription assigned to the sales. I can have the dev and QA managed by the dev team, the sandbox environment, and the tech support can have their own trial and troubleshooting subscriptions, and so on. So segregating and achieving a hierarchy based on the organization's need will help the organization to manage the infrastructure at a granular level, at a subscription or a team level, and also at the root level or the org level or the BU level. So the first thing we need to do when looking at having a better governance in Azure is to begin with understanding and defining the management groups that we want to use. Now, there are some factors, key factors that we need to be aware when using management groups. You can have up to 10,000 management groups in each Active Directory, which effectively means under the root group in the previous slide, you can have 10,000 management groups managed. And you can have up to 6 levels of depth when we are defining the hierarchy of management groups. And finally, every management group and every subscription can have only one parent, which means that you can only assign a subscription to one management group, but not to multiple. So with this understanding of Azure Management Group, let's quickly jump into a quick understanding of how to navigate to Azure Management Group and define a basic set of management groups and understand how to go about configuring and identifying the management group in the Azure portal. So here I am in the Azure portal wherein I can go ahead and search for management groups. And once I land there, this is the place where you can manage all the management groups and subscriptions. Now, as you can see here, I already have an hierarchy which I have defined for my management group, starting with the root tenant root group, which is the root of every Active Directory. And then I have a subscription which is directly assigned to the root group, while I'm having a management group which focuses on the learning and initiatives that I'm going to take focused on the MCT program. And in future, I may have individual management group for the products and services. So I can keep adding a management group and with a unique ID. So this is an ID that you can give to uniquely identify a management group. And then let me give it MG2, and the managing group, I call it as my products. So let's say in future I'm going to have uh, a subscription which is assigned to this my products, wherein I'll be able to develop and release trials of the some of the products I may build. So looking at this, if I do a refresh, so now we should see it is still under Christian creation. So this is how you can manage. Anytime you can come here and manage and do a reorg of your management groups. But it is a recommended approach to set up this management group, brainstorm and identify the group structure that is required, and configure it one time for better monitoring, audit, and uh, billing needs.